We'll tear your soul apart. Be my victim. But the prime time, bitch!
Spoilers ahead, spoilers ahead, spoilers ahead, spoilers ahead. Welcome back, horror freaks. Today we're talking about one of horror's bloodiest holiday slasher franchises, My Bloody Valentine. And we're putting the 1981 cult classic up against its 2009 remake. Which one reigns supreme? Let's compare the two and find out together. The original My Bloody Valentine sets the stage in Valentine Bluffs, which is a very cheesy name for a film set on Valentine's Day. It's a small mining town with a tragic history. A cave-in caused by negligence left Harry Warden, a miner, stranded, surviving by resorting to cannibalism. Harry emerged deranged and vengeful years later when the town dares to host a Valentine's Day party. The 2009 remake keeps the same basic premise but gives it a modern flair. The town is still haunted by the legend of Harry Warden, but the remake dials up the psychological tension with a love triangle at its core. The film transforms from a straightforward slasher with a whodunit mystery type of element, keeping the audiences guessing about the killer's identity while delivering buckets of gore.
Hey Michael, check this out.
The original really thrives on its small town charm and gritty atmosphere with practical effects and dim shadowy lighting. The mine sequences feel claustrophobic and quite eerie. The slow burn tension is quintessential 80s slasher, building suspense in a way that feels grounded and timeless. The remake, on the other hand, trades the slow burn for relentless pacing and visceral thrills. With glossy production value and 3D effects, this film leans into a spectacle immersing viewers in blood-soaked chaos. While the modern approach sacrifices some of the creepy dread of the original, it compensates with a sense of in-your-face urgency that's undeniably entertaining. As for characters, the original film gives us characters who feel very authentic to their small-town roots. We have TJ, Sarah, and Axel who form a pretty believable love triangle with subtle tensions and understated performances. It really works within the film's restrained tone. While the acting might not win any awards, it's nothing groundbreaking or anything, it does have a grounded approach that does add charm to the story. And again, the remake just takes that love triangle and cranks up the drama 100%. We have Jamie King and Keir Smith delivering strong performances next to Dreamboat Jensen Ackles. But the heightened melodrama occasionally veers into soap opera territory, to which I don't really know if I can complain about. I like to be a sassy bitch sometimes.
What?
The characters feel more polished, but this polish comes at a cost of relatability, unlike the first film where the characters were dialed down quite a bit and actually felt relatable. Instead of the down-to-earth dynamic of the original film, the remake offers heightened emotional stakes that does add a layer of intensity to the story. The kills from the 1981 film rely on practical effects that feel gritty and grounded. Iconic moments like the pickaxe through the jaw or the body tumbling in the dryer are unnerving without being excessive. The film's focus on suspense over gore makes its kills impactful, even if they're a lot less flashy than today's standards. And much like the love triangle, the remake hypes up the gore and the brutality of these kills immensely. They're bigger, bloodier, and designed to shock. I'm not really big when it comes to 3D elements in slashers or in any movie in particular, but from a slasher perspective, I personally think My Bloody Valentine does the 3D very well, where it doesn't feel like a gimmick, it feels like it's actually added for an entertainment value. Weapons and body parts come flying at the screen, creating a visceral experience that's really hard to forget. Standout moments like the heart in the box scene or the miner tearing through victims with gleeful abandon showcase the remake's commitment for over-the-top gore. Give me that carnage candy, baby. While some of the remake's CGI effects haven't aged perfectly, its kills remain some of the most creative and intense in modern slashers, in my humble opinion. For sheer spectacle, the remake takes the crown for this one, though the original's practical effects still hold their own in terms of atmosphere and realism. The original explores themes of trauma and superstition in the weight of collective memory. It's a straightforward cautionary tale that emphasizes the consequences of ignoring history and warning. While its storytelling is simple, it resonates with the depiction of tight-knit communities community grappling with the tragic past. This shifts completely in the remake, which I really appreciate, where a remake can take the central concept and turn it into something of its own. It focuses on psychological tension and the fragility of trust. By framing the story as a whodunit, it keeps audiences questioning not only the identity of the killer, but also the relatability of the characters. Themes of guilt, paranoia, and fractured relationships give the remake a more complex narrative, elevating it beyond a traditional slasher. The original My Bloody Valentine is a classic for a reason. Its atmospheric tension, grounded characters, and practical effects make it a standout among 80s slashers. For fans of slow burn horror and greedy aesthetics, it is a must-watch. However, the remake manages to take this core elements of the original and expand upon them. Its modern pacing, inventive kills, and psychological depth bring a new energy to the story. While it sacrifices some of the original subtlety, it offers a blood-soaked thrill ride that's hard to beat. Overall, the 1981 original has a haunting atmospheric slasher with timeless appeal, while the 2009 remake is a thrilling update that amps up the gore and delivers a fresh spin on the story. Both films are great in their own right, but for me, the remake edges it out slightly due to its inventive kills, faster pacing, and, of course, Jensen Ackles.
I can be your hero, baby.
Whether you prefer the subtle chills of the original or the visceral thrills of the remake, My Bloody Valentine proves this franchise has something to offer for every horror fan. But what do you guys think? Do you like the remake or do you like the original? Whatever you think, leave it in the comments below, let me know. And if you like this video, or if you didn't like this video, hit that thumbs up button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the horror content I have coming your way. Stay scared, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.